an insurance company is going to say, man, you're not supposed to be driving anyways. We're not going to cover you in the event that you get into an accident. You have to have a license. Insurance companies deny everybody for every reason. You give them any loophole, they're going to deny any coverage. Kevin Alvarado Campos, or what's your last name?
Alvarado's fine, but
No. What's your birth
Alvarado
name?
Campos.
Okay. So let's do a name change, huh? Alvarado Campos. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. On November 11th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas, and made contact with the defendant, the operator of the motor vehicle and sole occupant. The officer observed an odor of marijuana based on training experience, and the officer asked the defendant to step out of the motor vehicle. The officer observed an unholstered pistol between the seat and the driver's side door, and 3 small plastic bags containing marijuana. The weight of the marijuana, 56.8 grams.
Is he on probation? Yes.
Not that I see, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Alvarado Campos, I want to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
22.
What do you do for a living? Do you have a Texas driver license? Can you run his license, Alex, please?
Yes, Judge.
I'm ordering you not to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you have car insurance in your name? Then you're not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you drive, I'm going to have you arrested. I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Who do you live with now? Is she here now? How much money do you make a month, sir?
$2,000 to $4,000 a month.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. If you want to drive, go get liability insurance, come back, show me that you have it, and then we'll allow you to drive. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
Sure.
That if I find you with a weapon, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You pick up a new case, start acting the fool. Don't. Do you understand? So this is an affidavit that you're going to sign with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive until you have car insurance and get court approval. Once you do that, I'll take this off. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you I'm going to have you take a seat while I get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign them, promising us you're not to have any weapons. And after that, we'll let you go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Come on. Can you file no weapons, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Judge, next is page 2, Garay.
Luis Aviles Garay.
Sorry.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Officers were working an unrelated fatality investigation on Southwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas. And while the officers were on scene, the defendant attempted to pass the police line into the fatality investigation. The officers stopped the driver and observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, slurred speech, and unsteadiness. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.208 and 0.195. The defendant admitted to drinking 4 beers between 5 and 9 p.m. And during a search of the defendant's person, the officers found a bag of marijuana containing 1.13 grams.
Mr. Aviles Garay, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
No.
You speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care what you have to do. You get into a car and drive, I can and will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because it's a second offense, I'm ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. Likewise, if I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We are sending notice to DPS now, where every DPS officer will know if you are in a car driving and you don't have an interlock on it, they're going to put you in jail because they know that the law is now, we're going to require you to obtain a guardian interlock. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle, number one, I'm going to have a contempt hearing. Number two, you'll probably end up going to jail because every officer will know that you need an interlock. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't get into a car for any reason. You want to drive? Go get a license, get liability insurance.
I
Talk
got,
to me and then we can,
I have insurance, liability insurance.
it doesn't matter. If you don't have a license, then you can't drive. You can have $15 million in insurance. An insurance company is going to say, man, you're not supposed to be driving anyways. We're not going to cover you in the event that you get into an accident. You have to have a license. Insurance companies deny everybody for every reason. You give them any loophole, they're going to deny any coverage. If you don't have a license, they're going to say, well, you're not supposed to be driving anyways. I don't know how an insurance company would give you insurance when you don't have a license. What do you do for a living?
I work compounding for a fertilizer company,
Okay, what kind of money you make a month?
to 2,000.
Where do you live?
I stay
Who do you live with?
by myself.
Okay, are you married?
No, sir.
Kids?
Yes, sir.
How many kids you got?
One,
Who's got custody of the child?
my child's mom, well, both do co-parent.
Do you provide support?
Yes, sir.
How?
Financially wise, and I help.
Is
I
it-
get them every other week.
Is it you
No,
just give-
no, it's just, we got an understanding between us.
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Like an application. I'm telling you now, Mr. Aviles, don't drive. It's the worst possible thing you can do in this short life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll have you sign all the documents and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 5, Carter. Come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Carter. Ma'am, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 11, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an assault in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant and the defendant. The complainant stated he was in a dating relationship with the defendant since August 4th, 2024. The complainant stated he went to a bar with the defendant and an argument started when the complainant was being nice to a bartender. The complainant stated the defendant did not like that he was being flirtatious. The complainant stated they left the location and the defendant was arguing with him while driving. The defendant kept trying to press the off button on the motor vehicle and the complainant had to pull over to call 911. The complainant stated he kept driving, pulled over at an Exxon gas station and exited the motor vehicle. The complainant walked to cool down while on the phone with 911. The complainant stated he was stopped by the defendant. The defendant pulled on his hoodie strings and the defendant slapped the left side of his face with her open right hand, causing pain. The complainant stated he did not touch the defendant, and the officer observed redness on the complainant's left side of face and a small cut on the inside of his upper lip. The officer observed no visible injuries on the defendant.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you guys reached out to the complaining witness?
No,
Do you
you're
know
wrong.
what?
This is a DVD case and no rip has been attempted.
Okay, Novak.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Carter, until I know that he wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons as well. It looks like a protective order was issued in this case on the 11th of this month. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. Violation of a protective order, and it's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand?
Yes,
How old are you, ma'am? What do you do for a living?
I don't work.
Why not?
Us being together, he chooses to provide and he doesn't want me to work, so.
How do you support yourself? You're not to have any contact and not to be with him at all. So how are you going to support yourself?
I started applying.
You know what? This life is very short. And if you don't have some kind of education, if you don't have some kind of work experience, this person may not be there for the rest of your life. And you should never, ever have to depend on a man for anything. You should be self-reliant, where you, as a woman, depend on herself, because you never know who's going to end up being there for the next 5 years, 10 years. This person takes off, you're destitute, alone, without anything. I've seen it happen over and over and over. Did you graduate from high school? Okay, it's time for you to start working. I'm making that a condition of your bond. I will have you apply for an appointed lawyer, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. I want to see what you have done to get a job. You cannot go with this life dependent on any man. You need to have a career for yourself.
I have an upcoming interview.
Good. I want you to start working and I want you to build yourself a strong career where you don't have to rely on any man for anything. Rely on yourself. That's what life's about. So you can buy nice things yourself. You know what I mean? not
Yeah.
depend on any man for any reason.
I was working, but once we got together, he didn't.
Don't. Who cares? Be a strong woman yourself. Why do you have to rely on what this dude says? No, be yourself, man. You know, have a strong career, make millions of dollars yourself. You don't have to depend on anyone. All right. All right. I'm going to have you, I need you to fill an application for me. I'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. I'm going to have you sign bond conditions that you're not supposed to have any contact with this person and not taking possession of weapons. If I find that you do, I'm telling you now, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? All right, come on.
Was that state's bond conditions?
Yeah, states conditions. You know what? And I already have an application now. So I'll have you sign a reset and I'm just going to have you take a seat in the jury box. Okay? No contact, no weapons, get a job.
Next, Judge.
This is Raul Castillo.
Yes.
Do we know if Mr. Raul is coming today? Mr. Castillo, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. This case is 1,705 days old. You're also charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're also charged with felony theft of a firearm. I don't know what we're going to do with you. Take a seat for me in the jury box. You are not allowed to leave. Robert Lee Cobalt.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cobalt, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
One moment, Your Honor. Okay, it just loaded.
Cobalt.
Yes. So on November 10th, 2024, the officer was dispatched in reference to a disturbance family call. The officer was in a marked patrol vehicle and wearing an official Houston Fire Department, Houston PD uniform. The officer met with the complainant. The complainant stated that the relationship is as follows. The defendant is her husband of 20 years and the witness is her mother. The complainant stated that her husband, the defendant, was intoxicated and had been drinking for the entire day. The complainant stated that her son-in-law came over and went into her daughter's room. And the complainant further stated that she was in her room and began hearing her husband yelling that no one will watch the football game with him. The complainant stated that she went to go talk to the defendant and talk to him. And the complainant stated that she then observed the defendant banging on the witness's room, yelling and cursing. Furthermore, the complainant stated that she tried to talk to the defendant again in the kitchen and tell him to calm down and leave the house or she will be calling the police. At that point, the complainant stated the defendant stated he will not leave. And the defendant then approached her from the front and pushed her, placing his hand on her chest. The complainant stated she does not remember if it was one hand or two because it happened so fast. The complainant was pushed into the wall and hit her left elbow on the wall. The complainant stated that she felt pain and was in fear for her life.
Tell me the assault again.
So the assault happened whenever she talked to the kitchen. The defendant pushed her against the wall, causing her to hit her elbow, causing pain.
Find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Now, I see that he has a prior assault that was dismissed in 11. Same complaining witness?
Does not appear so, Your Honor.
Does actually look like the same complainant is listed.
Oh, it is, Your Honor. Yes. An Angela Ortiz, yes.
And I see also an aggravated assault from 93. No, not now. Now it's not the time.
Your Honor, we don't have any information about the ag assault, just the prior AFM.
So yay or nay, because I have different names as far as the assault from,
Your Honor, the prior dismissed assault is with the same complaining witness.
Mr. Cobalt, I want you to understand something that I know that you want to say something.
Yes, sir.
Now's not the time. You know, I've got DAs here. Everything that you say, they're going to use it against you to prove, you know, your guilt. So it doesn't matter how helpful you think you are being to yourself. You may in reality be hurting yourself even worse. And what I'm trying to do is now protect you from yourself.
Yes, sir.
I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. And I don't care if that means putting you in jail and making your bond extremely high. Every single person. I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person whatsoever and not to be in possession of weapons. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're consuming any kind of alcohol from any source, illegal narcotics, unprescribed controlled medication, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
There is a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. Things will go sideways really, really quick, really fast. So get to know that protective order, don't violate it, and don't violate any of these conditions we put on your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Sir,
What do you do for a living?
I'm disabled.
How do you support yourself?
This disability,
How much do you get from disability?
2,700. My wife, we lived together 20 years.
This person here,
Yes, sir.
not anymore, not for the foreseeable future. This
Two
person,
affidavits for her and I got two affidavits there for her.
I don't care what, you can have something from Jesus. I don't care.
Sir.
I have this protective order that tells you you can't go near the Draycott Lane house.
I'm
Don't
in
go anywhere near.
Parents right now.
Okay. For the foreseeable future, that's what happens. No contact. If she tries to get a hold of you, hang up the phone. If she texts you, don't reply. Sends you an email, don't reply. You're the one that's going to be sitting in custody in the event that you violate these conditions.
Yes, sir.
If you'd like, you can apply for an appointed lawyer and we can have you talk to someone today,
Sure.
but just understand, no means no. Do you understand?
Great, I will.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, an application. We'll give you an application. I need to know everything about you. I need to know any income that you have from anywhere. I need to know everything about you. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, IRAs, mutual funds, what kind of property you have, houses, cars, boats, airplanes, everything I need to know. And I'll look to see if you qualify.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
You're a lawyer today.
No, sir.
What are you doing about that?
Oh, I need more time. Work slowed down this month, last month.
If you want more time, we'll give you more time.
Yes.
Sure. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a reset. We'll see you
Thank you.
soon.
Next judge is page 13, Garcia Ibarra.
Good morning, sir. Do you have a lawyer today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just take a seat for me. Who is it?
Daniel Perez.
Okay, just hang tight. We'll wait for him. Okay.
All right, Judge, next is page 17, Ibarra Evelyn.
Good morning, Ms. Guevara. Do you have a lawyer today? Well, you have to qualify. This isn't like Luby's where you just get to, you got to qualify for it. Do you work, man? What do you do?
In production, I'm stagehand. Stagehand, I work in production.
Okay, and how much money do you make a month?
Depending on how much I work in a week. I don't work much since I'm the same one. I'm always with my kids. So maybe sometimes 500 in a week or like. And then
So how do you support you and your kids? How do you support yourself?
just whatever I have, that or,
Do you get child support? Do you get child support? All right, we'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look at it. I don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it back to you. I need to know everything about you and we'll take a look, man.
All right, Judge, next is page 25, Liz Marcus.
Good morning, Mr. List. Do you have a lawyer today?
Right now. Not right now. Need a little bit more time to get,
Don't say anything. If you want more time, we're happy to give you more time. I'm happy to go to Victoria, sign a reset.
30, Nieto, come on up. Cobalt,
Mr. Nieto, do you have a lawyer today?
no, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I need more time, sir.
Your case is getting old. It's time to get on it. You understand? Talk to as many people as you can, negotiate with them. 99% of them will put you on a payment plan if you ask.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Get on it, doggone it.
all right, next judge is page 31, Postel.
Or Mr. Postel, do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir. Need more time.
Okay. Your case is getting old as well. It's time to get on it. Good morning, Mr. Spence. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Well, I lost my job, so I'm right now trying to find a lawyer to work with me.
How do you support yourself?
Sir,
How do you support yourself?
well, right now I'm still spending what I did have left over. I can't work because the defendant goes to my job trying to stop getting work. My job basically let me go because the person keeps coming up to my job, creating a scene.
Who's the complaining witness in this, Alex? I'm Spence.
Yes, it is gated relationship. Yes, Your Honor. So I believe
What were you doing? So what are you gonna do now? Did you call the police when this person keeps coming?
So,
Why not?
because every time I have an altercation with the police, I don't. So
But if you're doing nothing wrong and you're at a place of business and she just keeps coming there, you've got a bunch of people that you're working with that can corroborate what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Just like last time, I went to jail, I got my tooth knocked out by the police.
What,
So I don't want to call the police. I just avoid it at all costs.
if you're doing nothing wrong, you're working, you've got a bunch of people that are there to corroborate what you're saying, there's nothing to worry about.
That's why I'm on bond.
Sorry?
I'm on bond right now.
Okay, I understand, but if you're working, someone's coming to harass you,
I mean, if I'm not safe in my own home, let's work. This case happened at my house.
what,
So
I think we're having two different conversations here, Mr. Spence. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help you out here, but
exact same conversation. I avoided it because I didn't want to deal with the police, so I just left.
so you just left what, work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they didn't fire you, you just left.
Yes, sir. Well, he said, he was like, until this case is dismissed, then you can return back to work. He's like, I can't have her coming up here creating these type of scenes.
The problem I have, Mr. Spence, is that, you're working at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, your 11th case. How many appointed lawyers have you gotten on all those cases?
I paid for most of my lawyers.
Really?
Yes, sir. Actually, all of them, actually. Except this last one with the felony.
The last one, no. Appointed lawyer.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer now?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Let me see if I have an application.
And I was told by the other lawyer that my paperwork downtown, like whenever they took me to jail and made me fill out that paperwork, was completely wrong.
Here I have that you make $9,000.
No, sir. I wouldn't be here if I did.
All right. I need you to fill out a new application for me then. I'll take a look at it and we'll see. Okay? Just be honest on it. Be honest. Don't just put zeros. Okay? All right. You mind?
Madam Judge, next is page 37. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Zellars. Do you have a lawyer today?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I already got one. I'm making payment arrangements.
Okay? You want more time?
Yes, sir.
Happy to give it to you. You're gonna head on over to Victoria. We'll have you sign a receipt.
That was the last CHA for you.
Okay. If you miss another drug test, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test, and then you're to test today and you're to come right back. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fail to test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Take a seat for me, sir.
This is
I
my
don't
last
know.
court. If there's any
We're go-
issue, can I come back tomorrow?
Say it again.
This is my last court. If there's any issue, can I come back tomorrow?
Well, it's also 190 days old. Where are we going?
He's working on mitigation. He knows it has to be done very soon.
Should have been done already. So I guess we'll have him come back tomorrow and we'll figure out where we're gonna go, but it has to have been done yesterday. So you need to have him get on it.
If there's no issues with the drug test, can we reset it to next week to give him at least a few days to complete the mitigation packet?
A week, he's got to have it done within a week.
Understandably, Your Honor.
All right.
If he's clean, if he's not, we're back tomorrow with
Back
other
tomorrow.
issues.
Okay.
The last one I have in custody, Cesar Sanchez.
Okay.
Not sure if the state needs conditions. He posted a bond, but it's not saying it was posted yet. I told him to talk to his bondsman. The clerk also shows it not posted.
He's still in jail in
Yep.
our case.
He's in the back. You need conditions on him or you good? It's interference.
Right now.
I know your internet sucks. I'm
Internet's
sorry.
right now. No, apologies about that.
I got you.
Okay, I'll see, it's, internet's like pretty slow, I'm still good. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him brought out real quick, and then we'll do conditions on, it, okay? We'll have him bring him out, and then here momentarily, we'll get it done, okay? So just bear with me a second, Mr. Gold. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Judge. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Nice color shirt.
Think this-
I've got a Stephanie Rubio Hernandez.
Okay.
And this was, I believe, a positive test for alcohol. You wanted to bring her here today, revoke her bond, let her do a couple days, and then reinstate her bond. Can I ask you to just do one day instead of two?
I think that's what we were gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do, she goes in today, let her out tomorrow, or reinstate tomorrow, and then she starts on the thing.
Well, I need to come back by tomorrow to remind you to reinstate, or will you?
No, I'll make a note. If you want to, you can. I'll make a note and I'll leave it right
That's why
here
I
for
just
me.
wanted to make sure.
Let me see.
I'll do that. But we can reach out to the court. Not an issue.
Okay, it's Rubio Hernandez.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Come up, ma'am. You know, I really hope you take advantage of this because, you know, not many people are entering into this program, and people who have a hard time just getting into the program, I'm telling you, we see them really, really quick, even after they're admitted. I really hope that you take advantage of this because I'm telling you now, if you end up with a DWI conviction, it's going to hose you for the rest of your life, not to mention the costs associated with everything. It'll be hard to get a job. It'll be hard to do anything in this life with a conviction on your record. So you need to do everything in your power to make sure that you make it work. I hope that this is enough. You understand me? Okay. All right. So we'll do it. We'll reinstate them tomorrow, and then she'll be entered into the program tomorrow. And then I hope everything goes well. Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Okay. All right. Please just take a seat for me. 5,000. It's Rubio Hernandez, right? It's Hernandez Rubio. All right, we're going to do probable cause in your case. Mr. Sanchez, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You speak English, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Charged with interference with emergency request for assistance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Okay.
Your Honor, I apologize. The internet's not working. I can't load any cases right now.
That's like every court.
I'm trying.
Can you notify my mom? I whistle with the phone.
Hey, are we waiting an interpreter? Are we waiting on
There
one?
is a. All right.
You're
Yeah.
Sorry, Judge. We've been having a lot of problems with it.
She told me she paid it yesterday.
Off. Don't use the county internet. Can you not?
Don't use the count.
Possible? No, I guess you can't.
I think we have to use that.
Something with the server.
Wait, PC, if that helps you.
I need to.
I guess.
Complaining witness. Usually with these types of cases, there's a complaining witness. You know, that's why you're slowing down the man that goes at 100 miles an hour.
Very sorry
We are
for the
so
delay on this.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine. It's just,
I'm all right. I think I might be able to pull it up for you.
Right.
you know,
Sorry, wait.
Okay, Judge, I have it.
got it, wonderful. All right. What's the word, Thunderbird?
All right, officers were dispatched to a residence where a female caller provided a listed location and disconnected the call, sounding frantic.
She doesn't
Upon
give an
arrival, the
address.
complainant
No
stated
need
that
to
her
talk to her
boyfriend had
next-
snatched the phone out of her
Listen.
hand and hung up, knowing that the witness was making a call to 911 for an emergency. The officer was able to confirm with the witness, the complainant, that the phone number used to call dispatch was her phone number. The complainant stated that the altercation started due to an issue with the phone. She said they started to fight over the phone but she was able to retrieve it and she called 911, gave the address, but then that's when the defendant took the phone out of her hand and hung up.
There's no assault.
I'm not seeing one though, Judge.
Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him?
I can see, Judge, every tab takes a few minutes to load. I
Judge, no
apologize.
contact is fine, Your Honor.
Do you know the relation of these boyfriend, girlfriend? Ex, okay.
They don't live together, no need.
So Mr. Sanchez, don't have contact with this person. I'm entering a protective order
Yes, sir.
so that
I don't want no contact with.
it's, Ms. Martinez is a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person.
No problem, sir.
Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.07 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You can threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. Have they done anything with the felony bond yet? You're on bond for a very serious felony case. You're looking at up to 20 years in prison. If I were you, you better have a halo over your head because if not, they're going to revoke that bond and then you're really up the creek.
Who's paid, Your Honor?
I'm on bond already. But
I know, but they haven't revoked it. They haven't done anything. That's mine because he picked up a new case. That's normally what happens. So we'll leave your bond as is. I don't know if you're going to bond out. If you do, don't have any contact with this person at all.
yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll have you sign this condition. We'll have you sign that, and then you guys are good to go. Do you want to be set after the felony, Mr. Gold?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, done. All right, guys, good luck. Mr. Sanchez. Hey, All right.
Was it just no contact, Judge?
I'm gonna have him monitored, so no dope, no alcohol, because he's got that case upstairs.
Judge, can you go over those conditions one more time?
No contact, no weapons, no dope, no alcohol, random testing. Thanks. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being patient.
Judge, I'm wondering how you want to handle Daniel Frazier.
Got him.
Frazier.
Come on. Come on, Steve.
I should have known better.
If you go back, I recommend you don't. I recommend we don't expedite it, so just line it, like how long does it take and all of that stuff, because it's gonna take them a certain.
How is he now? Is he okay? Really? Is he?
He doesn't want to receive treatment without receiving mental health treatment first. He says he suffers from depression and anxiety. He failed to be able to focus while receiving his drug treatment, which was one of the frustrations that he experienced while there. And so I don't think he's going to be a very good candidate at this stage, based on what he's sharing with me.
Oh, wow, they charged him with the felony too.
He's in a 338.
It takes a while, right?
It does.
At this point, we're stuck anyways. There's nothing we can do anyways, you know? I mean, good morning, Mr. Frazier. How are you? I'm happy to see you, you know? You look good. You do. The bad part about it is they filed on you because of the absence. So now you're looking at that time. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. I'm not letting you go. I'm just gonna keep you close for me until forever. I'm not letting you go. I'm gonna keep you with me. And I agree, perhaps, you know, with the mental health caseload might help. Unfortunately, the bad part is that we can't do anything until upstairs resolves. I really hope that doesn't just kill us down here, you know, meaning that if they, you know, if they put them on a deferred upstairs, it might just, it'll consume us.
We'll have a new judge soon, up there, Judge. That's my only
No.
concern.
Gotta be careful. He doesn't play.
Sir?
Judge upstairs doesn't play.
Yes, sir.
You know, we care about you. We want the best for you. We really do, Mr. Frazier, you know, and I'm not letting you go. I don't care what happens upstairs. And I hope that they don't just willy-nilly nolly it, you know, but I don't know what's going to happen. I guess at this point, we'll just keep it. We'll roll it with the felony. We'll see what happens. Do you have a lawyer up there already?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who it is?
I don't. I'm not able to get into that case yet.
John Lewis.
Okay. Mr. Lewis. Mhm.
And it looks like the felony is set for 12/5. We'll
Yes,
see
sir.
the day after, and then we'll just, you know, we'll see what happens. And
Yes, sir.
that's something that they may explore upstairs, the mental health casework. But gotta understand that you're looking at a lot of time now, and you're with a very, very no-nonsense judge up there. So the way that you and I have had dealings with for the past, you know, what, 3-4 years, you try that up there, you're looking at 10 years. 10 years.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
Okay, all right, we'll see you the day after.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks.
Oh. If you want to, we're happy to. It's up to you. If you don't,
it, so I'm fine.
I would love to keep you on. If you want to, yes, but you don't have to. We can always put, you know, really. Yeah. You know, Mr. Brooker, you've done great on it, you know, really. So Okay, Ms. Rayo.
Raul Castillo.
All right.
This is I've come to talk to you before about him. He sort of missed his court date because he mixed it up with the felony court date, which was on Monday, and your court date was Friday. And he looked at the wrong bond sheet, but he hasn't been arrested.
That was 4 years ago?
No, 4 years ago is, I guess, he's been sort of on the lam for 4 years, but he has been at the same address back in the
Come up
due
and-
diligence days. That would matter, but it doesn't matter now, I understand.
Regardless, it's time to put the baby to bed, you know?
I talked to your chief already, Michael, and we had a tentative deal. He has felony court tomorrow. I have to run it by felony, but
What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Stinking?
I'm thinking do something on the DWI, get rid of the felony, get rid of the possession.
All right.
Either that or RIC court him. But he's here tomorrow, correct?
Okay.
He's here tomorrow and
Well, to tomorrow, let's see what happens upstairs, and then perhaps a global
that'd be great. Yeah,
resolving will work out. Okay.
I tried to work it out ahead of time because I knew.
Yeah, Good,
All
good
right, well,
job,
thank you.
Rayo.
That was-
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Morning, Your Honor. Permission to approach?
Hey,
I'm here at the behest of the lovely Ramona. I have a trial case set for tomorrow, or I think one client, two cases. Mr. Farias.
no?
I'm not
Did he say
sure,
yes?
actually. So the DA called me on Friday, but I had left for a Cub Scout camp out and had been gone all weekend. So I know nothing. The family violence, I don't think they can make. The DWI, I know that they can, but we've already offered to plead guilty to it. So what happens with that, I don't know.
Well, you guys are up. Is he in custody?
No, it's a bond.
So we got to know today whether you guys want to go, because we need to call a panel by noon today.
Oh, is it by noon today?
Judge, I just sent an email to Conrad to let him know that anything is here.
Mike here today? Where's Mike?
He's in trial again.
Still? Again, another one?
Remember his panel busted last.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So maybe Conrad might be here, fairly quickly.
Who's that?
He's the DVD prosecutor.
Oh, it's just his case?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, do you guys mind calling?
Yes, we're
See
getting.
if he's ready.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then,
During the
Let's see.
brief pause, I'm gonna walk across to
Someone else, and it's tough, but just shower her with love and then hopefully that'll be enough to work through the transition.
Yeah, and one day at a time helps. Yeah.
You got,
So I was appointed a Mr. Spence this morning, Shaquan Spence. He's in the jury box.
yes, you're welcome to take him, whatever you guys need.
Do we need to go over bond conditions?
No, he's already have him, so, and he knows him. He knows he's not supposed to have contact with her, no weapons, and as long as he can abide, then we're good.
Okay.
So
good.
you're welcome to take him, whatever you guys need.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. All right. Just have a seat. I'll get you set.
Hey, Alex, her name is
Paria. Good morning, Mr. Spence. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Well, I lost my job, so I'm right now trying to find a lawyer to work with me.
How do you support yourself?
Sir?
How do you support yourself?
Well, right now I'm still spending what I did have left over. I can't work because the defendant goes to my job trying to stop getting work. My job basically let me go because the person keeps coming up to my job, creating a scene.
Who's the complaining witness in this, Alex, on Spence?
Yes, it is.
Council for recess. How is January 14th?